Welcome, friends. Hopefully my microphone's working for this flight. We are on approach, and that is the coast, Florida coast, Florida Panhandle. We're on approach to Pensacola KPNS, Kilo Papa November Sierra. This 458 nautical mile flight, we took off from Key West 56 minutes and 4 seconds ago, and we're gonna start slowing ourselves down here just a bit. Show you, there we go. Descending at 2,000 feet per minute. We're at 46 miles out, 14,300 feet. We're at 275 knots indicated. We have landing at runway 17. Approach course of runway 17 is 170, so we've entered that here. ILS frequency is 111.1, which we've entered.
Jacksonville Center, Cessna November, Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey,
requesting
vector to next waypoint.
See, I don't know why it's doing that. I've got AI ATC turned off, so it should not be requesting vectors. It shouldn't be doing anything unless I tell it to. And so I don't know what's going on with that. That's a little bug.
Continue to BRENT turning and following heading tree 20 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
I got annoyed with this, request vector to next waypoint and all this stuff. So I turned off AI ATC thinking that would stop that nonsense, but apparently not. Anyway, if we make it to Pensacola, the sim stays stable. We'll land, as I said, on ILS runway 17. Runway length 6,993 feet. Airport elevation 108 feet. So I'm hoping that we get cooperation and that the sim stays stable.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey contact Jacksonville Center on 134.15. Good day.
34.5, sure whiskey, good day. I'm also hoping that the power stays on. Here in Southern California, we've been getting constant alerts about how the power is going to fail, because we are in the middle of a heat wave. My backyard right now, 93.4 degrees. Much better than yesterday. It was 103 degrees yesterday in my backyard. Take a look here at if I can remember which button I assigned. So BRENT is where we're headed, 28.7. But it is getting IPNS. ILS is receiving that, 23.1. So that's good. That tells me BRENT is just about 5 miles downwind of the runway threshold, and that's too close for comfort in my book. I'll show you right here what I mean by that. It's just quite a turn they want us to make. So the sim has inputted these points. What I'm just going to do, instead of going direct to BRENT, I'm going to turn right east of BRENT and just extend it downwind and then make our left turn. At least that's the plan. Well, we're going a little too fast here. Sorry about that.
Landing here.
And we'll shallow our descent right now to 1,500 feet per minute. 30 miles out, 8,600 feet, so we're just fine on altitude. Let's bring our MFD down to 10, or excuse me, 15 will do for now. Basically, the airport's dead ahead, but we'll turn a beam. When we get about a beam of the airport, if it doesn't take us directly over it, we'll turn right and head in the opposite runway heading of 350. Weather in Pensacola this afternoon, or this evening I should say, it's 6:44 p.m. here in Florida, 3:44 here in Southern California. Weather in Pensacola, 86 degrees and partly cloudy. That looks pretty good, weather-wise. Sim looks to have replicated that pretty nicely. Still have a lot of, turn off our bank limiter here, anxiousness about the stability of my new rig, running the RTX 3080 from NVIDIA. My flight path seems to indicate we will be a beam of the airport about 2 miles east of the airport. So once we are, as I said, we'll turn right to 350 and extend our downwind just a bit. 23 miles out now, 6,500 feet. That's great. We'll slow us down just a bit more here, down to 240. Once it settles down, we'll go down to 235. Coming in now nicely over the Florida coast. It's good down there. Just hope the sim stays stable. That's all I ask for these days. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. Little screenshot there. Okay, well, cross your fingers, folks.
Niner Flight Bravo, you are 23
Level
miles
230.
northeast. Climb and maintain 5,800 feet. Expect vectors.
Uh-oh.
Visual runway 9er approach.
Okay, well, photogrammetry warnings. They've made a return, apparently. Little clouds. Flying through a little mist.
Climb and maintain 5,800
It's holding
feet.
so
Expect
far.
vectors. Visual runway 9er
Reflection on the
approach.
water looks
Generic
fantastic.
Niner Flight Bravo.
Go to 220. Just 18 miles left on our course here. Airport, as you can see, is at about our 10 o'clock. See that right there. Right there. So I had been to make that right turn to 350
Contact Pensacola approach on 120.65.
when we were a beam, but I think we're probably good to switch over to, first we'll adopt our current heading mode, our current heading rather, sync it, and then we'll do right turn to 350,
Niner Flight Bravo.
ready to engage that. We know that 350 is the exact opposite direction of the runway we want to land on, of 170. I love the glare effect. Doesn't that look neat? That's great. Look at that. Wow. Very realistic. Okay, we're going to go ahead and switch to heading mode. And we'll start a gentle right turn.
On 120.2. Good day.
Coming now to our downwind.
Generic flight Whiskey Charlie contact Jacksonville Center. On
Airport should be out about our 9 o'clock now, just out to the left. There it is. There it is. Just crossing runways at Pensacola. We're landing. Can't really make it out too well here, but on runway 17. In fact, you can't make it out at all. Hopefully that's just a trick of the light.
Delta 1032 contact Jacksonville Center.
You see how what we're doing here? We're flying
Good day.
like that, flying the downwind. And we do, as I said, now we're leveling off at 1,800 feet, which is where they told us to descend to, and waiting for this white diamond right here to start creeping up, because that's when we'll know that we're good. Did we ever get the handoff to approach? Did I miss something? Oops. I did. It's okay.
Pensacola approach Cessna November.
Ooh, little wind there. Extend our downwind if we need to. And I'm getting ready to make a big sweeping left turn once the ILS diamond here starts to come up.
Bravo Whiskey Pensacola approach altimeter 29.990. Continue to BRENT as planned.
29990. Now that is coming up now, you see. Hopefully we get a tower handoff at some point here, since we're on downwind. Well, I'm going to take, I'm going to slow us down to 200. Airport's just 6.6 nautical miles away, so generally like about a 10-mile final. Going to 200. Let's get our landing lights on. All right, friends. Well, hopefully the sim stays stable. Let's see what happens. I'm going to begin our base turn. Showing us at about 8 miles now. Yeah, the photogrammetry is definitely ugly. This is not good right there, my friends, unfortunately. Sad to see that. Slows down to 190. Making our base turn. Continue that left turn. About 30 degrees off of our approach course to intercept the localizer. So 200. Here we go. Slow us to 180. Oh, well, it's come back a little bit now. It's not so blocky. There's the airport. Right there. This will be short final. Let's slow 175. And we're going to switch over to mode, nav source to nav 1. Activate APPR as we begin to intercept that localizer. We'll slow to 165. We'll put our gear down. Let's go outside. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Looks good. Gear's coming down. Another notch of flaps. Okay. And we'll go ahead and activate APPR. Slow us down to 160. Should see that CDI start to drift left. It's not. Let's go ahead and continue our descent. It's having trouble. Is it going to turn left? Okay, we're going to do a visual approach, friends. Disconnect the auto throttle. Full flaps. Gears down. Coming in high. We have to dive and drive here, friends. Oh, geez. We're catching a little wind. Approach speed's 135. There's our sync rate. Definitely catching some wind. Okay, now we're at a good altitude. Switch to landing view mode. So we didn't get good cooperation there from the autopilot or from the ILS, but serves me right. We're 1 mile final. Altitude's good. Not seeing any Vossies or Poppies.
500.
Landing with a tailwind, oddly. That's strange because the winds are supposed to be 1 knot out of the south-southeast. That's 500. Confirm approach course. Little left to center line there, gang. 130 on the approach speed. 17 confirmed. Those 1,000-foot markers. Ooh, little float, little float, little float, little float. Come on, get down. Oof! Spoilers up. First on. Sorry I had to plant it there, friends. I think we landed on the last marker. Never did get landing clearance. Never got a tower handoff. So we're dealing with our usual goofiness. Exit right here. I don't know if it's right or left, but I'm going to exit right. So, some issues there that we had to contend with. Landing without clearance. ILS didn't really seem to cooperate today. Short final. Contact ground. And taxi to gates, I guess. Okay. Turn off our landing lights. Oh boy. This one's got everything, friends. Gate 5. Very well.
Taxiing to Gate 5 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Put down the barn doors. And bring in the flaps. Well, you know, with Flight Sim, you never know what you're going to get, my friends. But, like I've said on many occasions, I'm just glad that it's stable. I'm not getting any marker ribbons. As far as how to get to Gate 5, your guess is as good as mine. So, Wish me luck. I don't know, man. I mean, any landing you can walk away from is a good one, and that was a hard landing, no doubt about it. But there was some technical issues that presented themselves on this one for sure. I don't know what to make of it all. I think, even though I don't have ribbons, I think our gate is right over there, so that's, at least we have something to go on. Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, this flight from Key West to Pensacola, we were in Key West for a couple of weeks. Haven't found time to get into the sim lately, but here we are now. Anybody coming? No. Now here we are in Pensacola. It's kind of nice being back in the States. I can do shorter flights without strange flight times. As much as even here on the East Coast, it's just 3 hours ahead of me. So that can be accommodated with relative ease. Anyway, we always little kinks to have to work out in the sim. It just is what it is. But I've gotten to a point where if it doesn't crash the desktop, that's a big plus. One more little surprise for you. Once we park here, show you what I mean by that. Our marshaller. All right. Still want me going right, man? There you go. No, not quite. Get rid of those yellows. See if I can get rid of those bars. Nope, it's not going to get rid of them. Okay, anyway, lots of oddities on this flight, but that's how it goes. Parking brake. Right engine. There you go. And taxi lights off. Recognition lights. Anti-collisions, tail floods, wind inspection. Knowledge safety master warning. And that's that, friends. So what I was going to tell you in terms of surprises. First, let me kill that left engine and drop the logbook screen. Turn off this guy. There it is. 1 hour, 7 minutes, 29 seconds from Key West to Pensacola. But take a look. I installed this. Little Navmap is what it's called. And this shows our flight. Interestingly, and I'm going to have to tinker with it just because my impression was that it would show the track you actually took. This was the route that I planned, and that's correct. That's correctly reflected. But I'm not seeing the actual flight route that we took, so I'll have to tinker with it some more. But anyway, thought I'd show that to you, friends. Let's go back to our game, and we will say goodbye, good night. Welcome to Pensacola as we continue our journey west. Have a good one.